Hi friends, welcome to Feel Good Business, where I share my real behind the scenes experience of running my small business. I'm Shikah and I have helped over 1,000 coaches launch their own workbooks, workshops and lead magnets. And I help coaches get more leads and sales through done for you content marketing. In today's episode, I want to share some behind the scenes struggles I was facing when I wanted to set up a new business, quote unquote, for fun. So this episode is going to be like a diary entry of sorts. Anyway, so for context, I am a creator. I love creating content, in particular self-help and mindset content. I'm trained as a counselor and I create done-for-you coaching tools which you can use or sell to your clients. And recently, I wanted to set up a new affirmations and mindfulness business simply because I love it. It is driven by purely passion. And I wanted to make some kind of income out of it as well because I don't want all my efforts of creating podcast episodes and videos to go to waste. So I set up a YouTube channel, a mindfulness YouTube channel, and also a podcast of the same name. I'm still debating if I should share it with you. Once I've made up my mind, I will let you know. So in my idealistic vision, all I have to do is pick up my mic, record my motivational episode for the day and publish it on my new podcast. It sounds easy, it sounds manageable, and then hopefully it will gain some traction and grow. But I ran into so many little roadblocks. Firstly, number one, I am someone who needs to have a script before recording any podcast episode because I have a tendency to go off topic or get really nervous halfway through recording. I needed to draft a script before recording even a 7-minute episode for this new podcast channel. It sounds manageable, so I went on with it. I also need to edit the recording. That's what I realized. I have to edit some pauses, delete some stuttering in the podcast recording, and even add some auto captions to it as well. So all these are a lot of extra work. And if I want to upload this podcast episode on YouTube, I would need to, open up Canva and create thumbnails for it. Really interesting thumbnails so that people will click on it and watch. And after that, I realized that I do need to market my new podcast somehow, which means I have to create YouTube shorts, reels, and more. I would also need to have a new blog to park my new episodes to rank in SEO. I know how to do all these in my current business. It's not new for me, but it's a lot of work. And then I would also need an email marketing service because all businesses need email marketing in some way, in my opinion. As you can see, a small business which I wanted to create for fun and for some small trickle of income needs a lot of work. Also, my current coaching content business is a B2B business. It's a business to business, whereas my new mindfulness business is a B2C business to consumer business. So the approach is actually very different. I'm also a one-woman show, so running two businesses was a lot to handle. And I haven't even created products for this new business yet. So not to mention the new expenses that I will have to incur if I want to start a new business. The blog hosting, the email marketing service, and many other things which will all add up. So what I want to share is that setting up a business for fun, quote unquote for fun, is not as easy as we may imagine it to be. And creating free content is never free on our part. So how can we solve this? If you want to set up a business for fun, I think there are a few things that you can bear in mind so that you don't get disappointed or don't get disheartened halfway. I would say that a mindset shift is needed if you want to set up a business for fun or purely for passion. Number one is not to place high expectations on this business. If you expect or have this goal to make money from this new business, it's not for fun anymore. It will need work and commitment. If it is truly a passion project, then let it remain a passion project. Create for the sake of your love for creating. Number two, I realized that if you want to launch a passion project or passion business for fun, you cannot let naysayers bother you. There will be people who tell you that it's a waste of money and effort. They might say something like, why are you spending $300 a year and wasting your time creating and editing podcast episodes when you are not making money or have the intention to make money? So my argument for that is that everyone has a hobby. So if your hobby is creating podcast episodes and creating videos, then so be it. Most hobbies actually cost money, period. So for example, if someone loves cooking as a hobby, that will cost money as well. And if you are a foodie, you love food and you love exploring new food places, that will also cost money. As a creative person, if creating gives you some kind of joy and you can afford the expenses that come with it, do it for the fun of it and don't let naysayers sway you otherwise. So all in all, if you have an idea to create a business for fun and you are going to treat it like a fun hobby, you are probably not going to make much money for it. This is just my personal opinion. Because in its commitment, in its work, in its dedication, if you want to run it as a business, if you want to make money out of it, it does need some work. And I may eat my words in future. I don't know. I stand corrected. But from my viewpoint right now and experience, a business, no matter how small, needs consistency and marketing. And all these will require time, energy, and even money on your part. So I'm not sure where I am going with my new podcast channel. I might just treat it as a fun project, as a way to inspire listeners, and not put any expectations on it. I'm not sure actually. My mistake was to place monetary gain as part of my expectations when I do not have the time to commit to another business, truthfully speaking. So let me know your thoughts about creating a business for fun. And I will see you in my next episode. Goodbye.